guys! Today I'll be talking about how I applied for the respiratory therapy program and how I got accepted into the respiratory therapy program. The program I applied for and got accepted into is at a community college here in the Bay Area. It's not for profit and it's not a private school, it's just a regular community college. The program is one of the only ones in California that offers a bachelor's program for the respiratory therapy, other than just doing the 2-year respiratory therapy program and then moving on to a state school or a university for your bachelor's. By attending the program at a community college for my 4-year bachelor's, I'm actually saving a ton of money compared to doing the 2-year program in a community college or a private school and then doing the 2 years bachelor's at a state school or something. I don't even know how much that would cost me, but the total for the 4-year program at a community college right now is only about $8,000, which I know is significantly less than if I were to do the 2-year there and then another 2-year bachelor's somewhere else. Some people have actually told me that if I were to do my 2-year bachelor's at a state school or a university, it would be about $30,000 per year compared to the $8,000 total that I am paying for 4 years bachelor's in respiratory therapy at a community college. The prerequisites for the program are pretty standard, especially compared to an RN program, which is what I actually was majoring in before I decided to change to respiratory therapy. So it's anatomy, physiology, medical terminology, microbiology, which is all the same, and then your general ed for your lower division and all that. I know that in some states their anatomy and physiology is combined. It's one class, it's A and P. But here in California, I don't know if it's new or if it's only some schools, but I know that my program requires anatomy and physiology to be 2 separate classes, so 5 units and 5 units each. When I took my physiology, it was 4 days a week. It was 2 days lab, 2 days lecture. When I took my anatomy, it was about 3 or 4 years ago, and I think it was only 2 or 3 days a week, so it wasn't that much. My microbiology was twice a week, nights, and it actually wasn't as bad as some people say it was. Maybe I had a great teacher, but I didn't mind it and I did pass. My medical terminology class was only 2 days a week, and that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be either. I know a lot of people don't realize that a lot of the prerequisites for respiratory and for nursing are the same. They're always surprised when I tell them that you could do all the same classes with all the nursing students, and then as soon as you get to your program, that's when it splits. But I did notice that the only difference between the two was that the respiratory therapy program, or at least my program that I'm attending, doesn't have a cap on how long ago you could take your prereqs. I know some of the nursing programs are a 5-year cap or a 6-year cap, but it's recommended that you've taken your classes in the last 5 or 6 years, but it's not required for the respiratory therapy program. Applications for the program were accepted January through May of this year of 2017, so it gives people about 5 months to get their applications ready and turned in. 3 letters of recommendation were required to turn in the application, along with the required courses with a passing grade of C or better. And once your application was submitted, they would let you know that it was accepted as an application, not accepted into the program. Then we had the lottery. The lottery is something that might be specific to California. I'm not sure what it is in other states. I know that the nursing programs in Colorado were actually based on merit, not a lottery program. But the way the lottery works here, at least for the RT program, was that they would literally put a number associated with your name into a bucket, and they would pick your name out of the bucket. And for first-time applicants, you got 1 entry. For repeat applicants, you received 2 entries, and that was it. So literally, I mean, it's just based off of luck. And I got in my first try, which is astonishing to most people to hear. but I know some people applied 3 years in a row, still didn't get in, and it can be really discouraging for some people. If I didn't get in, I would have just gotten a job at Kaiser or something to, get into the hospital, start to network and things like that. But I did get in, luckily. There were 60 new applicants, so 1 entry each for those, and then 40 repeat applicants, so 2 entries each for those. So there was 140 entries total for 25 seats, and I was the 17th name picked, which was absolutely crazy. It wasn't required for people to go to the lottery. It was only if you wanted to see your name get picked or not get picked, or just to know immediately whether you got in, and I wanted to know. But a lot of the names picked weren't actually attending the lottery, and so about a week after the lottery, they received an email saying, congratulations, they got into the program. The program begins in August, but orientation for the program is actually next week, which is the last week of June. I will be making another video about that alone, what they talk about, what we'll need for the program. I've already started buying some of the supplies, but I just want to check with them to make sure I bought the right things and to know which stethoscope I need, if there's requirements for, shoe colors or uniform or anything like that. I know we're gonna need to buy specific scrubs just for the program, and so I'm really excited to hear about that. But subscribe and let me know in the comments if you have any questions about how I applied to the program and things like that. And I will see you guys next week. Bye!